Back here on SportsLine, we just heard from the 4 Predators All-Stars after the game on Sunday. They're just reactions. You could tell the pride that they had in the city of Nashville and its performance throughout All-Star Weekend, culminating with that game on Sunday. Another guy that you saw all weekend long with a big smile on his face and just beaming with pride over what this city has become in regards to supporting a hockey team and now hosting an NHL All-Star game is Barry Trotz, the guy who was hired as the very first coach of the Predators, spent 15 seasons coaching this team, and now he's coaching the best team in hockey in Washington with the Capitals. He was the Metropolitan Division coach this weekend for the All-Star game. But when you listen to him talk this weekend, a lot of it was about how cool this weekend was, how great it was for the city of Nashville, and what a great show they put on. Here's Barry Trotz after the All-Star game on Sunday.
I'm liking it. I was just watching the second game, so I think it's great. I think the players real big buy-in. I think the concept is really good, and I think the players are actually there's a big buy-in. So great by the people in the National Hockey League. I think it's going to get bigger and better. So,
Barry, you said on Friday that last year the return home was the emotional one for you. Did it catch you at all today with that thunderous ovation?
Yes, it didn't really catch me. I've seen it when you've lived in this community and you know the people, the type of people that are in this community. They love people who have been in the community, former players, coaches, obviously, and people who've have been part of their overall community. They really support them, and I've always felt the love and the support of Nashville, and it's always heartwarming. And you know, like this year, I was saying last year was very emotional and awkward, if you will. This year, it has just warmed my heart that come back and just see how the Predators have, you know, come along as an organization from the first days in '97 when we didn't have. Actually, it might have been this room where I think I had a phone and a sort of a cord hanging from the roof and that's how we started. I didn't even think it was a regular table. I think it was one of those, you know, the temporary ones. So that's how we started. And to see what they have now it's fantastic. It's outstanding.
Barry, would you like to see this 3-on-3 format stay the same, or would you like to see it tweaked? One of your players said he would like to have it for 2 periods.
Oh, really? Well, I would be in for that. Really, the players are the ones that are going to give you the answers, not really the coach. And that's probably a great question to ask them. That'd be, I think, the way they had with the stoppages. I didn't know going into it there was going to be some natural stoppages because you know, during a regular season game you play 5 minutes and guys are pretty exhausted. I think it was. There were some natural breaks. Obviously, a 10-minute break. We had some TV timeouts, all that. So the players were able to handle it. And I think as they get used to the format or type of format, you'll see them adjust. Players are fantastic. They're the best at what they do, and they learn to adjust what's needed. Everything from the types of warm-up to how they're going to play and all those things. So that's a great question for the players.
Barry, is it safe to say we could blame this loss on Vince Gill?
No, absolutely. Vince has won a lot of games. He just told me, he says, since you left here, you haven't won any games here. So I said, well, hopefully we can get that changed in the future. But we were just cutting it up back there. There wasn't much going on. You know, he kept laughing. I'm like, I forgot he had an earpiece in and he kept laughing. I'm like, okay, what'd you do to me? I kept feeling that he was, you know, putting a sign behind my back or something like that. So, no, it was good, and he wants to know how he can get seats on the bench there. He said it's fantastic down there.
Barry, right here, Barry. When we talked to you on Friday and earlier this weekend, you anticipated how the weekend would go based on the feedback that you've gotten, the people that you've talked to behind the scenes, and the players and everything else. Has it been received the entire weekend and the city received like we've been hearing?
Absolutely. I think one of the things, and I've obviously I've had a history here. One of the things that I know that happens in Nashville, Tennessee is they know how to put on events, major events, and they do it right. The cities set up the right way. Obviously, we got a beautiful convention center, beautiful rink. We have something that a lot of cities can't do. Obviously the entertainment portion of it, the music industry, the creative people that are here, the film industry that's here, all that. You put that all together, I don't think you're going to be able to match this year in and year out. And for the city of Nashville, for the NHL, I think Nashville set the bar really, really high. Everything from the entertainment outside to the entertainment inside, the way they did things, it's got a very unique twist, and it is going to be very, very hard for the next cities to try to match what Nashville did here. So they can be very, very proud. And I've seen it time and time again. The NHL draft, the CMAs, you can go down the list. It is a city that does a great job.
We know how to throw parties, that is for sure. Barry Trotz really echoing the sentiments of a lot of people in the National Hockey League on Sunday after that game of just how well Nashville did. But no one had as good of a weekend in Nashville as John Scott, AHL journeyman defenseman, traded and sent down to the minors this year, and now an NHL All-Star Game MVP. It is a script Hollywood would have rejected, but it was true this weekend in Nashville, and here's the MVP after the game.
Can you sum up this weekend?
No, it's still hasn't really sunk in. It's been a whirlwind up until this point, but probably one of the better weekends of my life. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely up there. Yeah.
John, just how much support are you appreciative, not only just from your teammates, but from the Eastern Conference as well? How did that help with your weekend?
It was great. I didn't know how the players were going to react to me being here, but everybody's been overwhelmingly supportive. They've kind of, in their own way, pulled me aside and said, "Hey, we're glad you're here, and we're happy to have a guy like you playing out here, and good luck." And I think they're happy I won, surprisingly, but it was nothing but good words from those guys.
John, can you just talk a little bit about the hit on Patrick Kane and then the little fake fight at the end and how that kind of came together?
Well, I didn't mean to hit him. He kind of cut into me, and I knew I was going to hit him, so I finished it off. I definitely hit him, and then he came right after me after he scored. He's like, "Let's go." So we fought. We've wrestled around in the past, so I just kind of ducked a little bit. It was fun.
John, can you take us through the breakaway goal and what was going through your head when you have the puck on your stick?
I knew Duchesne was behind me, so I knew he was coming for me. I tried to shield it and kind of protect it a little bit, and then I saw Dubnyk kind of came out, so I just picked the corner and went for it, and luckily it went in.
Were the guys nice enough to let you keep the entire $1 million?
I don't think so. I talked to Quickie. He said we're going to just pool it and then go for a trip at the end of the season, the Pacific Champs. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. But no, we're gonna split it up and do the fair thing.
What was it like when the players picked you up on their shoulders?
I was nervous, scared. I'm not a very light guy. I'm almost 275 pounds, so it was. I know when I'm soaking wet, I'm about 300 pounds. But yeah, nerve-wracking, especially Burnsy. He's such a spaz. I thought they were going to drop me on my head, but it worked out. It was, again, just another moment on this weekend that I just cannot believe, and you really can't put it into words.
What was